Now let us try upserting a record. Let's create a new student marks table, student marks record. So for having a student marks, the main thing that we need is the student master's record ID. So we'll use the same file and let's play around with the same file and make a change to it. We will say, so what is an upsert? If it finds the ID, it is going to, if the ID is not there, it will. So what it has done in the update is it has used the ID to do an update. So now let us save it for upsert. Change it. Now we cannot create, first of all, we need to remove the record IDs. These are student marks record ID. If it identifies, it's going to do a update, upsert. So basically this is nothing but an insert. So let's remove most of the records from here and also remove all the created, last modified, all these values here. Keep it empty. Don't create any. Yeah. And now we have the student master. Now we'll say now also 100. And now we have the student master's ID. So we just keep these values. We want the marks. Remember that this should match with the pick list value. If you give some other value here, let's say something, say ABC and C try it out, it's going to fail because the value is not matching. So if you go here, do upsert, say choose the CSV, click next. So now saying that I'm going to match the field. If it finds the ID, let's go one step back and choose an existing map. We already have a map, so click next, finish. So we have failures. Now let us see what is the failure. The failure is because the pick list value is not matching. It's going to clearly write down what is the error also. You'll also find the error message. Subject bad value for restricted pick list. See, so it has to be, you need to enter the values that are available in the pick list over here, where in the student marks. So if you create a new, what are the valued values? Chemistry, so biology. So let's say biology, let's change it to biology. Sorry. Save and let's run the data loader again. Absurd. Student marks 2, CSV for upsert. Click next. Next. Choose a map. We already have a map here. Click next. Finish. So now we are again having an error. So let's see what's the error. Let's open it in Excel. Required fields is missing. Oh, no, we have the toollet. Let's see what is the problem here. It's giving us an error which is saying that it's not able to find some particular record. So let's go here and see what's wrong. It's fine. So let's save the record again. Oh, sorry, we are fixing it in the wrong place. So it should be okay. So now let's get back there and let's do the data upset again. Let's start from scratch again. So let's do an insert. It's basically the same. Let's choose a map, but then we'll make a change to that. Oh, yeah, so there is a problem here. We have not mapped the, that's why, so this field was not mapped. Yeah, so I dragged it down. So now the student master is mapped. Now I can save the mapping also. Just creating the maps again. Save the mapping. Now let's click next. So now we have a success. So the record has got created. The problem was we had not mapped it at that time. So now if we go and see the student master related, now it had created this particular, the last biology. And what are the marks we had entered in the Excel? 55. Yeah, so we have this uploaded now. Okay, so that is how the update, insert, and all. Similarly, you can also try a delete. Now, say if you delete, let's use the same file. No, but then for delete, you'll again need a row ID. So let's say we want to delete this biology last mark. Let's edit this record. So we need to go to this particular record, or okay. So the 55 one which we're going to delete. So again, we need the record ID. Everything going to remain the same. Let's go to the same ID file, and we're going to go to this particular. Now we need to add the ID over here. And then we can run the delete. So now with this record set, let's try a delete. This works for any object. It's not related only to uh, a custom object. Any object will work on this. So it's saying we'll do a next, and let us choose an existing map. The existing map already has the data. So let's click next. So we have some errors here. Let's work through the errors. See, some of the advantage of, I don't want to show you ready-made stuff, so I'm just creating it dynamically in front of you so that you can have a real-time experience. Okay, so let's see what it is. In this case, the thing is, it needs only ID to be deleted. It doesn't need any other record mapping. So, okay, next. We need the ID mapping. That's why it didn't work that last time. Now it's going to do a success. Yeah. So we have the record deleted. So if we go back to that, you know what you will see, right? So we go back to marks. That biology record has got deleted. Okay. So practice this entire set, update, delete, insert, upsert, download data loader, get your security token, and then we can proceed to import wizard. The biggest advantage of data loader is it can be scheduled. I will share the command line interface of how to it can be scheduled, and it can be shared using a command line. I'll share the documentation for you so that you can run through the steps as how to do it. Uh, and After this, we will look at the import wizard, and also up to 5 million records it works on, and it runs in batches of 200. If you enable the bulk API, it will run in batches of 2000, and it will be much more faster. Okay, so practice this part of data loader, and we'll see you after. We'll continue with the import wizard after this.